Once upon a time, there was a king who ruled over a kingdom. It was summer season. The king, craving the taste of ripe and sweet mangoes, turned to his servants and commanded,
"Bring me the juiciest mangoes from the orchard at once."
The servants, quick to obey the king's orders, hurried off to fulfill his request. Then the king and his queen were sitting on the palace's terrace. The king and the queen were relishing the fresh, ripe, and juicy mangoes. The wise minister, who was the favorite companion of the king, he was also sitting there and chatting with them. The king was relaxed and in a mood for fun. The king said to himself, scheming to play a prank on the queen.
"I shall jest with her,"
he thought mischievously. He ate the mangoes and placed the leftover skins and stones in front of his queen. Soon, a big heap of the skins and stones of the mangoes, eaten by both of them, was formed before the queen, whereas no stone or skin was seen in front of the king. Totally unaware of it, the queen was busy eating the mangoes. Just to embarrass the queen, the king pointed towards the big heap of skins and stones and said to the minister,
"Look, how hungry is your queen? She ate so many mangoes all alone."
The queen was very embarrassed by the king's sudden remarks. However, the minister could not tolerate the king's dishonesty.
"I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. It seems that you are much more hungry than the queen. She ate only the pulp of the mangoes, but you did not even spare the skins and stones,"
said the minister, pointing towards the clean space in front of the king, who was still eating the mangoes. Free from her embarrassment, the queen giggled, while the king was tongue-tied. Moral: playing pranks on others can lead to unexpected consequences. Treat others as you would like to be treated. Your jokes on others may also invite others to play a joke on you. Once upon a time, there lived a king who had a lot of money. His kingdom was very large and wide, but he always wanted more money and an even bigger kingdom. He was not satisfied with his wealth and kingdom. He wanted to be more wealthy and extend his kingdom to farther limits. The king had a lovely daughter. He loved her very much. She was the apple of his eye. He wanted to marry her to a prince worthy of her in all respects. But before his daughter's marriage, he wanted to have more riches. In order to have more, the king started praying to God. He continuously prayed for many days, without taking food or water. God was pleased with his prayer. He said to him,
You have got everything in the world. What is it that you want to get from me now? I am pleased with you, so I shall fulfill your desire.
The king said,
I wish to have lots and lots of wealth. Please bless me that whatever I touch shall become gold.
God said,
Have you pondered over your wish?
The king said happily,
Oh yes, my lord. I have given serious thought to my wish. In fact, I have thought about it for a long time. Please fulfill it.
God said,
All right. I grant you your wish.
The king was overjoyed. He began moving around in the palace and touching everything happily. Everything he touched became gold. He was deriving the utmost satisfaction from the situation. Suddenly, he realized that he hadn't eaten anything for days and was feeling terribly hungry. He clapped. The servants came running. The king asked them to bring food for him. As soon as he touched the food to eat, it turned into gold. The king was filled with horror and surprise. Now he realized why God had asked him to ponder over his wish. He was able to understand the gravity of the situation. He was feeling hungry, and he could not eat anything. He said to himself,
This is the price of my insatiable desire for wealth.
What he took to be a boon turned out to be a curse for him. The king became perplexed. He was so confused that, when his daughter came to him, he, very unmindfully, picked her up, and lo, his daughter, too, turned into gold. Now this was something more than too much. He began crying in disgust. But nothing could be done. And who was to be blamed? He had asked for the boon himself.
Oh, what have I done? My greed has brought such sorrow upon us.
He began praying fervently. After a long wait, God said,
What is it that you want now? I have already fulfilled your wish.
No, God. Please forgive me.
The king fell on his knees and continued saying,
I do not want any such thing. Please make me free from the curse. Oh God. My greed for riches had made me blind. And please see the result. Look at my daughter. She has turned into gold. Please revert me to my former state.
God said.
All right.
Now the king was happy with his riches and kingdom. And he was all the more happy to see his daughter playing in his lap. Moral: be careful what you wish for, as it may not bring the happiness or fulfillment you expect. And sometimes the pursuit of more can lead to losing what truly matters.